The marriage of young Jock and Kendra seemed to be a dream come true. Fans of hip-hop and romance had expected a lavish wedding and a fresh start, but the Pfizers were much more intimate behind closed doors, and Jock has had enough of breaking from Kendra and calling it quits on their relationship. Connection: what precisely went wrong? Let's look at the startling facts of this couple's breakup and why their relationship ended in heartache. Guess what, man? I had to stand on mine as well, since let me tell you anything, guess what? I did not attend college. You know what I want. My children to attend college, thus, we may state that at this time. That is to say, I want them to attend college rather than continue in that way. Oh, I wouldn't want my son or your sons to be. I can say that with you as well. But don't sit here in front of the globe, in front of the media. Like you. Wait a minute, are you going to honor my name? I'm successful at the end of the day because I look after my children. None of my children are in desperate need of love and support, so we're going to provide it, okay? I don't like it since there are some qualities about you that I would want my daughter to possess. Go ahead, I won't do that because I love and respect you. I want this because I respect you and I want your daughter. I won't do that. You are welcome to stay with me, honey. I promise not to be slighted. That's what we all owe young Jock, a hip-hop singer from Atlanta and a love and hip-hop veteran, assisted him with his affable and easygoing demeanor. Build a reputation in reality TV and music. Conversely, Kendra was quite different from Jock, who had 8 children from past relationships when he first met Kara Robinson. When combined, their eccentricities made them both distinctive and interesting. When Jock and Kendra were married in 2021, they seemed to be the stereotypical power couple despite many challenges. Their romance developed into a tale of hip-hop and love. The highs and lows of Atlanta and its fans were seen up close in the starting. Despite their obvious connection, issues quickly surfaced. Jock's complex relationship with his 8 children and 4 previous marriages was the first major issue. Kendra found it difficult to comprehend the situation, thus she was hesitant to fit in with Jock's. Burdens from Jock's history, she often argued with him over her place in his already full home. Kra expressed her desire for neither her nor Jock's public persona to be defined by his family. The constant reference to Jock's infidelity, which tormented him, added to the tension throughout their partnership. Kendra expressed her disapproval of Jock's actions and her skepticism about his commitment via hip-hop and love. When Jock acknowledged his past temptations and addictions, it fueled rumors about his loyalty. Admirers saw that they often engaged in heated public arguments and made tearful confessions in front of the cameras, indicating that their trust was fragile. Even though Kendra had hoped that he would change and that their relationship would improve, last but not least, Jock seemed genuinely interested in seeing the marriage thrive, while Kendra seemed to keep her own objectives on track. Despite everything, they were able to tie the knot in 2021, which was celebrated as a fresh start and a chance to refute despite their best attempts to unite their lives and move beyond the cast that surrounded them. Critics, and a chance to begin a new chapter, started to expose the debate that reduced their marriage to a single big issue kid. According to Jock, he was adamant about starting a family and wanted to have children with Kendra. Since we had to share everything in order to create a life together, including motherhood, I was very affected when she informed me that she didn't want children with me. He believed it to be the natural development of their partnership. Jock made an emotional confession. Jock believed that creating something with his girlfriend that demonstrated their love and dedication would strengthen their relationship rather than just having another kid. Kendra's own opposition. Kendra had excellent reason to not want children, at least not just now, and she wasn't ready to take a break to focus. Jock was outraged by the concept, which seemed to be denying them a future together, and he was irritated that his want to have children with Kendra was being rejected. On parenthood, since she had invested years in establishing her reputation as a lawyer. In order to assert control and protect her options, Kendra told her that she may keep her eggs for later and that I would decide for her if she wanted children later. About her personal schedule and her refusal to become a mother, however, None of them realized how serious the consequences would be since they were emotional. Jock saw this disagreement as a lack of mutual trust and a shared future vision. Additionally, he believed that it wasn't only about the kids. When Kendra frozen her eggs and pledged to have children with him, she wasn't quite committed, and her words were seen as a precursor to life after him. Kendra appeared to have deceived me since she refused to give up her career or her individuality. Jock thus believed it was unjust that she persisted on having kids. A quarrel about children turned into a ticking time bomb, and Jock felt deceived in the most worst manner when Kendra changed her mind. Her reluctance was seen by everyone but Jock as a rejection of society's propensity to need women to give up their aspirations to become parents. Not his Josel, and I have been involved in this for a very long period, as you are aware. You see, there's a lot of things that you guys are witnessing this season that the whole world wasn't aware of, including some of the things Joel and I was experiencing, such as when we split up or were split up, even when we were engaged or even when I was still wearing my ring. There were times when it seemed like nothing was happening, but things happened during those times when we weren't paired up. Although the purpose of an armor was to create jointly, Jock started to withdraw himself from the conversation since his vision of their marriage conflicted with Kendra's independence and insistence on controlling her destiny. Kids, as their marriage became increasingly strained, Jack felt devalued and rejected by Kendra's unwavering resolve to save her eggs for the future. Returning the favor, "I'll do what I want to do if you're freezing eggs for someone else," purportedly urged Kendra to cease. According to others close to the couple, Kendra's unwillingness to have children exposed a deeper split, and he started to wonder whether their life objectives aligned. The subsequent heated debates were replete with bitter feelings and unsaved animosity. Suddenly, Kendra's independence seemed like a barrier he couldn't get over, and he had to give up something to keep the relationship going. However, Kendra refused to give up. Jock misinterpreted Kendra's choice to freeze her eggs, seeing it as a rejection of their future together and her independence. The turning point for Jock came when he saw that he couldn't survive in a marriage where his aims and aspirations were disregarded. According to reports, Jock ultimately made the decision to discontinue his relationship with Kendra. This was Jock's reaction showed her tenacity that she wasn't ready to modify her stance or give up on her work, which was a shocking choice for people who had seen the pair overcome so many obstacles. Despite Jock's concessions to create a family after everything they had endured, and he wouldn't accept a fate that didn't fit with his objectives and principles, their affection for one another was unable to overcome their divergent viewpoints. Despite their unavoidable emotional separation, about the future, you don't need to explain anything to any goddamn body. If you comprehend, what are you talking about? Such as how you're so incredibly conceited and haughty that you're making babies out of us and sending them off to the household enough that I can't really urge my mother to instruct my brother to respond to them. I would chat to who else. The emphasis of young Jock's breakup has been on starting again and moving on. He has returned to his music profession and is still a devoted father to his kids. Additionally, he has accepted his single position and reflected on the lessons he learned from his marriage to Kendra. Jock, who said that sometimes love is insufficient and that you must go when your paths don't match. The choice to dissolve the marriage was even more crucial than despite the fact that it was disagreeable. Jock illustrates via his post-divorce experience how he depends on his job, his children, and his poise, is resolute, and has continued to concentrate on building a bright future for himself and his family. To keep from being broken by the grief, Pra Robinson, who has always been hardworking and ambitious, has put in even more effort in her legal profession. Kendra's post-divorce path demonstrates that she is stronger than ever and that her goals and dreams have not changed. She has continued to achieve success in her career. Kendra has been explicit about what she wants women to understand. Whether a woman attracts a guy or has children, she is still important. She chose to put her personal childbearing timetable first, which reflects an increasing feeling. I assumed we wouldn't even discuss it when we agreed to go on. But many contemporary women believe that love and ambition shouldn't have to be mutually incompatible. People did bring it up to me as they should have, but I didn't. Fans are conflicted by the division between young people. Jock and Kendra's relationship has generated a lot of social media discussion. Some others support Jock because they think his goals for marriage and a conventional family are admirable. They contend that it is desirable to have children and create a future together. Goals, someone commented, "If you don't want kids, why even get married to someone who clearly does?" Declaring that a successful marriage does not need it, however, a lot of people are praising Kendra for standing by her ethics and putting her work first. Kendra's choice defies conventional notions about women and demonstrates a contemporary, autonomous viewpoint. Kendra chose to put her eggs in the freezer. One admirer's tweet claimed that another comment supported her opinions, saying women shouldn't be forced to